So we've got a G6R now.
600?
600. It's very hard to tell these apart from the 750s at a glance. Now this is, I'm not even going to have a guess at it. I'll probably go K7, K8?
6.
K6, okay. 6 means
2006.
2006, yes, that's right.
Yeah, got a bit of damage on it, but it's just on the list of things to look at for the future.
Great budget bike for going racing on. It's still very affordable.
Yes, yeah.
So moving on, we got a GS 1200 SS. Now these here are based loosely on a Bandit 1200, the first gen model, but they've got twin shocks. And also the reason for the styling is they took it from the 1980s endurance racing Suzuki XR69, if I
and
correct.
Cafe racer style as well. So it's kind of a hybrid of endurance racer and a cafe racer.
And these here were brought out in Japan and New Zealand. They were the primary markets.
Very popular bike in England too. And the English ones have the Suzuki is gold, and they've got slightly bit more zhushed up accents.
Allegedly 100 horsepower, but we think they're faster than that.
Yeah, I think you're right. This bike's actually been on a dyno, and it makes pretty good power.
They're supposed to be limited to 180, but there's a wee mod chip which gets rid of that.
I'd never ride it that fast, so I wouldn't know.
No, of course not. So we've got a G6R
1100.
1100. Yes, it's
Last of the 1100s. I believe it's an M notation.
These air oil cooled engines.
Correct. Slab side motor.
Yep, and about 155 horsepower, if I recall.
She's no slouch. Yes.
Big beast to ride, though.
Yeah.
I rode the original 86s, and yeah, they were a handful, but fun.
Yep. Yes, a Hurricane 750 of the same era was the weapon of the time that was probably on a tight track is quicker than one of these, but this is always going to have the grunt on the straights and the 750 through the corners. So yeah, nice. And this one just a little bit of marketing, MotoGP. So this Dream Machine here is responsible for this bodywork, and I'm told that Dream Machine do a lot of the MotoGP bikes for decoration. So this is a aftermarket body kit that's been put on this in the Kevin Schwantz Lucky Strike regalia, and the bike's adorned with a Schwantz signature on the back of the tank there.
So Kevin Schwantz was a GP racer, and I think he won his title in 1993 on the Lucky Strike RGB 500.
Right. Wow. Yeah, the bike has a bit of cosmetic to do, but this orange is virtually impossible to match. Orange is one of the worst colours to ever put on a motorcycle.
Wow.
KTM owners, look out, because this is what it'll look like in a lot of years. But the orange originally was much more fluorescent, and then obviously the weather's got at it. The sun in New Zealand here is very harsh, and it needs a redress. But hey, look. It's only original once, isn't it? So
exactly.
How far do you go with it?
Exactly. Carburetted, of course.
Yep.
Now we're going to finish up here with the beast, the CBX 1000, 6-cylinder. Now I'm going to take a guess because it looks like a very first gen model, 79. They come out in 1978, I believe, these.
Okay.
Yep. And yeah, they were really quick and they had beautiful sound, but they just weren't as popular as the CB900s. They beat them at the racetrack, the 900s, unfortunately, but these are the ones to have now.
They had lubrication problems with the outer cylinder main bearings, and it was simply solved by increasing the oil level, I'm told. That Honda had, scrimped on the lubrication, but it's actually the same width as a 900. People think it's an incredibly wide engine, but they've done that by removing the alternator off the end of the crank and putting it in behind here, and that's chain driven off the crank inboard.
And a maintenance nightmare with 24 valves and the chains It's crazy.
And 6 carburetors.
6 carburetors to balance, but when you get them perfect, you've got to look on YouTube to hear these things sing.
Yes, I've heard them fitted with a 6-into-1 exhaust, and they sound superb.
That is absolutely fantastic. Oh, thank you so much, Richard. That was
welcome.
absolutely brilliant.
Thank you, Chris.
And
Been a pleasure.
And if you come down to MC3, which is in Upper Hutt here, come down and have a great coffee. Thank you.